lost my daughter, Molly, on May 17th, 2012. Molly was 7 years old, and she had been diagnosed with severe pulmonary hypertension right after her first day of kindergarten. She'd gone to school and collapsed, and we ended up in the hospital midweek. We found out that she was actually in right heart failure, and by the end of the week she was placed on ECMO, heart-lung bypass. We didn't think that she was going to live past that week. But amazingly, she lived for 20 months after she was diagnosed. She had a lot of struggles, but she was very determined. She was strong, she was a fighter, and she beat a lot of odds that were against her. Our family became involved with the palliative care team in February of 2012. The support that they gave to our entire family was invaluable, and I truly believe that our family would not be where we are today without the care and support of the palliative care team.
Palliative care is a relatively new field of medicine, and it is designed to help improve the quality of life for patients, children and adults living with serious illness, and it's designed to focus on the whole patient and the whole family.
When Molly died, we as a family were devastated. It was hard for Kevin and I as adults, as her parents, but it was even harder for Ryan and Kate.
When a child loses their sibling, it can be a wide range of symptoms. A child can present as nothing is wrong and they continue the day as normal. They can be acting out, being angry, frustrated, sad, crying a lot, having issues at school, temper tantrums, hitting people. They can go from being a child that had no issues at all to plummeting grades, not wanting to talk to family, not wanting to talk to friends, not wanting to engage, to presenting that everything is fine and going along as normal. A sibling can be their friend, can be their mentor. They have a special bond with that person that's very different than having a relationship with a parent. They can rely on that other sibling to have secrets, make plans, have a future with them, go to school with them, play dates. So it's very, very different.
You know, they feel guilty, they feel sad, they feel angry. You know, they wish that things were the same, that Molly was still here. And, you know, as an adult, I have a hard time, you know, getting up and going through the day. And then I have my kids, and they don't know how to deal with it. They just want to be kids and they want to live their lives, and you know, to have those strong emotions and not know what to do with them, it's difficult.
Losing a sibling is a really different type of loss, because what it does for these children is it brings to the reality their own mortality, that my brother or sister died, I could die too. When kids lose a parent, they worry that they could lose the other parent, but it still doesn't bring that reality of the child's own mortality. And we find that our surviving siblings really struggle with, could it be me? Could I die too? And so that's one of the reasons that we focus on the healthy siblings, to try and help normalize what they're going through and help them really process their loss, so that they can return to school and be happy, successful kids, and hopefully in the future, happy, successful adults despite their loss.
I know that there's so much more that the palliative care team can provide for families and siblings specifically.
My experience with bereavement camp has been, I was a cabin counselor for the last 4 years with a camp in Philadelphia, Camp Erin, which is a national bereavement camp. I've worked with kids of all ages doing therapeutic interventions, spending time with them in their cabins, introducing different activities, helping them connect with one another and sharing their stories. And I think it's been one of the most inspirational weekends when I'm there with the kids because it really shows that they're not alone. It takes these kids from behind closed doors or outside of their school where there might be no one who's experienced the loss that they've experienced and puts it right in front of them. And they're kids that understand the feelings of sadness, of guilt, of anger, of frustration, of all of the things that they feel. And they make these friendships over the course of 48 hours. You see kids who are scared to be there and are nervous and don't want anything to do with being at camp to talk about their feelings. Writing things on their camp review like, this was the best experience I've ever had. I've made friendships that'll last forever. I never knew that anyone else felt the same way that I did. So we need this here in Delaware through Camp Molly because this camp will actually just deal directly with sibling grief. And whereas the other camps I've worked with, it's parent or grandparent, close friends, this will just specifically work with kids who've lost a sibling, which can be so different than the other types of loss. And it'll really help them connect with other siblings that have gone through the same exact thing that they've gone through. We are hoping for it to be something that none of the campers have to pay for, so it'll be free of charge for all of them. So donating to Camp Molly would help sponsor these campers to be able to have this weekend away with other kids. It'll help pay for the activities that we're planning at camp.
Our hope for Camp Molly is that this is going to be a program that we can offer every year to all siblings within the Nemours system who have lost a sibling. It's going to be for kids ages 8 to 17. And then ultimately, if this is successful, we're going to open this up to other kids in the Delaware Valley, non-Nemours patients, because we know that this is an enormous area of need that is currently not being met for our kids in the Delaware Valley.
Our family is very excited about Camp Molly. Ryan and Kate are really excited that this is in memory of Molly. They are excited to get a chance to go away for a weekend. As their mom, I am excited because I am looking forward to them meeting other kids that have lost a brother or sister. They can know that it's okay to still live their lives and to do things and have fun, that they don't always have to be sad. But then, also to know that if they are sad, that that's okay. There's people that understand and can support them, and I'm really hopeful that they'll gain some lifelong bonds from this weekend.